might remortgage the house on this game.
What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck can you give them Iowa State when Cincinnati is our fucking bark bet of the week? God damn you. God damn you. The one we're barking about the loudest, and this fucking guy goes and takes the other fucking side. Unbelievable. This is the fucking podcast of the year.
There's a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're going to press on, and we're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
You already gambled away your Christmas gift money, or convincing yourself you win it back before anyone notices. Join the club. We're monitoring live bad beats as the show happens right now. Starting out with opening lines. The books are daring people to screw this shit up. Going across the board, breaking down the games that actually matter this week. We got a Clown of the Week. Bark Bet's our favorite segment with a pup from Freedom First Rescue up for adoption. And then we're going to get a little festive for the holidays. We got a naughty or nice list. There you go. 'Tis the season. And maybe we'll be ranking some Christmas songs as well. Pour a drink, hide the credit card, and don't make this worse than it already is. It's Off the Hook, sports talk that pays off. My partner in crime, Mikey, is back, live, in action. Oh, God. And to you, buddy.
Guys, in advance, I'm looking off to my left here, constantly looking at this goddamn iPad of mine. I took a early college basketball game. Yes, I'm a degenerate. I took Missouri State against Lindenwood. How do you like that? It just ended. They won by 5. I got the cover. Holy shit. That was a nail biter. They were up big all game, and at the end they fucking gave up a shitload of points, but still got the cover. That's what I'm talking about. All right, man. Do it. I'm happy now.
Where the fuck is Lindenwood?
You know what? That's a fucking good question. I'm going to look that up right now. My
geography.
Somewhere in that Missouri area.
Probably.
Maybe not, though.
The fly speck on a map somewhere.
It looks like it is, St. Louis, Missouri.
Real quick, before we get into opening lines here, because it's a jam-packed holiday slate. Continuing from last week, the discussion that I brought up, Wawa or Sheetz?
There was a time where I used to really like the sandwiches from Wawa. Now, I don't get a lot of food from either one of those places. I used to like the sandwiches, but I haven't really got much to eat at Wawa. I would say probably food, I'd have to go Sheetz. I like Sheetz better. I think they have some better varieties, especially like a lot of the fried apps and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
I could tell you that the cheese curds are banging. Those things are good, man. I would have to go Sheetz.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't despise Wawa as much as you, though.
You know, every time it seems like it just it pissed me off last week because the morning before we were recording, stopped at Wawa at 7 o'clock in the morning to get a coffee, and they advertise, you know, they always have these feature blends, seasons and shit like that. Everything was fucking out at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, how are you a coffee place not having coffee? Or there's always something, or there's no creamer, there's no stir. There's always something that's wrong at Wawa. Or I go into Sheetz, and then I just make my own coffee. It grinds the beans. And the biggest gripe I have between Wawa and Sheetz, besides the coffee or the food, you know, if Wawa has like the free coffee from time to time, or you get those Sheetz rewards where they give free coffee, dude, I can go to the self-checkout at Sheetz and I can scan my app and it scans the free reward or whatever it is. Fucking Wawa, they have this app, right? And you can't use the app for the free coffee at a self-checkout. You got to stand in line. Dude, it's so stupid. Sheetz to give you free coffee, I scan the thing, I'm out the store. I don't need to deal with anybody.
Walk in, get your own coffee, and walk out.
That's it.
Just sitting here thinking, I got the house to myself. The family went away for a couple days, and I'll be honest, I don't even know where the fuck they went. No, I ain't lying either. They just said we're going away for a couple days for Christmas because the dogs died recently, and they didn't want to be in the house. And we were fighting when she left. I don't even freaking know. I just know I got the house to myself. But if somebody would walk in right now and look or peek through my back door, they probably think I'm fucking filming porn in here. They got like microphones here with the fucking mic stand and the fucking light standing up, like, you know, the filming light here. It looks like a fucking like a studio session, like someone's filming porn or something. I hope nobody looks in here and thinks that's what I'm doing. I moved the studio from upstairs down to the living room, so that's why it's a little off. But
since you brought it up, did you happen to see? I forget where I got. Was it Barstool? I think Outkick. I get these emails from Outkick where it gives you news briefs and shit like that, right? And I got one last week, and I was going to bring it up, but you were roaming around in witness protection somewhere, so we had to pipe you in when you had a free moment. But did you see? Allegedly, the Pornhub database got hacked, and all these people's shit got compromised.
I've signed into there many a times. I don't have a subscription though. The free stuff works for me. I don't. They're not going to see my name on a paid app. That's for sure. It's like that. Remember when Ashley Madison had that hack? Did you ever watch that documentary about that? Yeah.
I did. Yeah, that was some wild shit. That was like the time that and the Craigslist killer was all going around at the same time. What a time to be alive! Holy cow! Right. Anyway, we'll continue the family program here as we move on from that to opening lines, where the sports headlines meet betting market reactions. Before we get into all that, some bad beats maybe from last week from NFL college football playoffs kicked off. We're just going to go right to our card from last week here. Actually, not a bad slate for you and I. Okay. Oh, yeah. So if we count your college basketball for the week, now your college basketball is not on here, but it is on our Twitter/X page, whatever the fuck it's called these days. At OTH Sports Pod is where you'll find Mike's daily college basketball picks, or roughly every other day, almost daily picks.
They'll be more consistently daily once Tom and I got to work out some bugs here. Right now I'm texting him nonstop all the time to get him posted, and sometimes he works late and sleeps during the day, so I'm texting him pics that games are going off that aren't even getting posted. So we're gonna work it out where I could post them myself, and then I'll be getting them up there more frequently.
With that, total for the week, you were 13-10 with this slate and your basketball plays. And then I was 4-3, but I still got that Hawaii play out there because that is a Christmas Eve game against Cal, the Hawaii Bowl. And overall, the program last week was 17-13, so pretty good. Now you, for the season, are cashing at a 55% win rate, and your college basketball plays, even though it's early, you're at 54%.
Saturdays, for some reason, 2 bad Saturdays I've had, and that's not going to happen too often. I'm going to mostly win on Saturdays. I'm telling you, once football's over, I feel a little more comfortable then with my basketball plays, and we'll be doing all right.
There's a lot going on right now. I mean, it's bowl season. The NFL playoffs are right around the corner. We're winding down college football, NFL, which is where it gets exciting, right? And then you're trying to ramp up college basketball. There's just a lot to take in. I guess maybe if we could get a sponsor for this program, DraftKings or FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM. Anybody wants to take a stab at this crack shack of a program here, we wouldn't have to work our day jobs. We could sit here and go through picks all day long, but that's not happening.
How about like Head and Shoulders or soap? I'll fucking do anything, like laundry detergent, anything sponsor.
I'll sell out.
Whatever you want me to do.
If there's enough zeros, I'll sell out.
Yeah, that's right.
Blank check.
Zeros and I'm in.
yeah. You even get me doing fucking Bud Light commercials if I have to. Shit.
I wonder why we're on this thing for like an hour and a half. This is why.
That's why it takes me 3 hours to edit this shit, because I chop all this nonsense out. Anyway, all right. So here's the card from last week. So I guess we'll just get right into it. Best call, worst call, bet regret.
Yeah, I'll go. Best call was that Miami Texas A&M.
That was a great call.
Scoreless at the half, or was
it? Was.
Scoreless at the half. Like, I mean, how easy was that, folks? Yeah, that definitely was my best bet.
Dude, I think the only thing a better bet would have been to play a tie at the half, which that's usually get really good odds. I used to play that a lot, and then I just never fucking cashed. So I was like, this is stupid.
I've never done that. I guess the odds are pretty.
See, they're high.
They're crazy high.
I don't know what they were, but I would imagine, because it's a college football playoff game, 2 really good teams. Who would have thought that would have been scoreless at the half or tied, whatever, right? There probably was a book that you could have had a tie and scoreless half, and you probably really could have cashed.
Worst call, I'll go with the Packers. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with the Packers because Oklahoma, I don't know. I would bet that game again. The way that game went, Oklahoma could have won that game. A couple things happened. So I would say Packers, worst call. Bet regret, definitely the Eagles. I was going to take the Eagles, talked about taking the Eagles, and didn't pull the trigger. Got a little scared away and didn't take them. What do you got?
Best call, Bama. I think just because that line flipped. I got it when they were favorite, then it flipped them being a dog, and it was all over the place from when it opened to the closing line value that you got there. Worst call, probably the second worst team other than the Raiders is the Redskins, because they never fucking cover every time I take them, but when I don't take them, they cover. So that was a shitty pick there. Bet regret.
Were you talking about any games that you said you liked? And there was one, because I remember you saying it, and I was thinking, oh, he didn't play it. You mentioned something, and you didn't end up taking it. And I was thinking when we were recording this, I'm like, that's going to be his bet regret if that wins. And now I forget what it was. I thought it was an NFL game. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking here. I vaguely remember. I know what it was. The Bears.
Oh yeah.
Because I mentioned about teasing. Like I like the Bears. Then I said if you wanted to tease the Bears with the Lions and swing it 6 points either, because the Bears line opened. I think they were getting.
That's what
it would have been like 7 or 7.5.
It was the Bears.
Yeah. I could also say a bet regret would have been the Raiders.
Yeah, you take them just about every week, and now you didn't take them. Yeah, that's definitely your bet regret. The Raiders. I can't do it. But I'll do it a little later though.
Overall, a pretty good card considering the past few weeks we shit the bed for the most part. Everything was red.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then your college basketball record in there, so it's
yeah, we'll get things rolling in that too. That's not where I want it to be. I want to be up in like the 60%. I know it sounds like, 60 is not great. If you're putting 60% plays out with the amount of plays that I take, you're fucking making money.
Yeah, and we're right around 400 picks since this podcast started at the end of August, so that's a lot. I mean, you can see each week with the cards we throw out, we're not just throwing out a couple picks here and there. And then your college basketball plays, once you get on a heater, you'll get up that 60% mark for sure. That's last week. Onward and upward from here. We'll get our card later in the program here. Looking at just a recap from last weekend while we're on last week. A couple of crazy games from last week. Let's go NFL. Because that Thursday night NFL game, dude, that is probably the best football game that I've seen in the last couple of years.
The NFL needed that for a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
They really needed that. Even if you didn't have money on it, it was enjoyable to watch.
Rams had over 500 yards total offense. You had that questionable 2-point conversion call at the end. It was crazy because I stepped away from the game. It was 30-14, and I'm like, this is fucking over. I don't know if it was just turnover after turnover. I forget what I flipped to. There was maybe college basketball. There's something else on. It was either that or an NBA game. I don't know. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. Because you and I were both, you had the Seahawks money line as your bark bet, and I had it just as my card. And I'm like, I expected a better game. And I flipped it back a few minutes later. I'm like, this fucking game is tied. I flipped it back on right when that 2-point conversion, that question. I'm like, what is it? I was like, what happened here? How did this go from this? Wild.
Just to go back real quick before you finish.
Yeah.
Rams, 581 yards total offense. Seattle, 415 yards total offense. Rams held the ball for 40 minutes. Seattle for 26 minutes. Rams had 26 first downs. Seattle had 22 first downs. That's impressive stats.
I said when we were recording last week, probably the under, because like 30, 40 mile an hour wind gust. Yeah. Going to be hard to throw the ball. I guess not. And it's hard for Darnold to throw the ball here and there, but he got it together. I'm happy for that kid, though. There was always a lot of talk. Could he come up in the big game and do something? Because he always came up short. And it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. That's a crazy division between the Seahawks, the Rams, 49ers.
Son of a bitch, man. Why didn't I go with my gut last night? I just got done bragging to you, like, listen, I don't think Phillip Rivers has the arm strength. Like, he's accurate and he's good and he's going to nickel and dime them. But I said, San Fran's just going to be sitting on that. Like I said, this is San Francisco all the way. And then I see a couple people that, I respect in the gambling world, and I saw too many of them had the other side, and I changed my mind. Fucking cost me.
Well, if you look at it, though, that Colts defense didn't show up.
No.
The Colts side was the right. Rivers played pretty well.
He played well enough to win.
And that pick at the end of the game, that was garbage time anyway. They weren't doing anything. Who cares? At that point, you're trying to force the ball because you got to score because you're running out of time. I don't care about that pick. Now, allegedly, Riley Leonard's supposedly going to play the last 2 weeks. Why? I have no idea. Just roll with Phillip Rivers.
Was Riley Leonard on the roster the whole time?
He got hurt when Danny Dimes tore his Achilles. Was at the Jacksonville game. Riley Leonard came in, and then I think he hurt his knee that same game or the week after. So then he's been sitting out.
If he was on the team the whole time, I can't believe he wasn't getting on the field. I mean, he's decent.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why they went out and picked up Rivers. I didn't know the Anthony Richardson injury. Did you hear how that happened? Dude, so he fractured his orbital bone. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback, but I don't want the guy to get hurt. I think they could. It was a wasted draft pick by the Colts. But Anthony Richardson was stretching with one of those bands, and the band slipped, snapped back, busted his orbital bone. So that's why
busted his orbital bone?
Yeah, it snapped back that hard, hit him in the face.
God.
Yeah. That's why he's been out. Danny Dimes tears his Achilles. Riley Leonard hurts his knee, I believe. And then Anthony Richardson breaks his orbital bone with a stretch band, snaps and smacks him off the face.
There was just fucking huge brawl in the Toledo-Louisville game as we're talking here. Have it on the background like it was big in the one sideline. Coaches and everything were in there. Interesting week. Good Thursday night game. I didn't deserve that cover, but got it. I'll take that.
Looking at the other game, Steelers-Lions. What?
I don't get how you could come out and look so good one game and then just look totally opposite. Like, I get teams have bad games, but they look like two different teams sometimes.
I don't get what's happening there. It's almost like the Eagles season in 2023 where they switched offensive coordinators. They collapsed at the end of the season. Right? Changed coordinators, brought in Kellen Moore, won the Super Bowl. They got to figure that out, what they're doing with the coordinators. They are definitely on the outside looking in. I don't think they're going to get in. I mean, they got to win out, and there's other shit that needs to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen for them to get in. But the way that game ended was insane. What's your take on that? The Lions had 15 fucking rushing yards the whole game. So they didn't even deserve to be in that game at the end. The last drive, where they got a couple of questionable calls in their favor as they're marching down the field as Goff's throwing ducks. They got
pass interference. One of the calls was a shady call, if you ask me.
Yeah. And then they marched down at the goal line, and then they got two pass interference calls. One where
that's right.
The pick, so that St. Brown touchdown got called back, so that pushed him back 15 yards. And then the Jalen Ramsey flopping around. Questionable offensive pass interference. Don't think it should have been called. However, the refs were giving the Lions a chance to win the game. They got some favorable calls in that last drive. Yeah. I just don't agree with how it ended. 3 minutes, you're sitting there. Then they come back and they're like, touchdown. Oh, but wait, hold on.
I always say this, like with college basketball too, delayed calls. Sometimes I don't care how you get to the right answer, though. Just get to the right call. If you make the wrong call and somebody knows it's the wrong call, get together and fix it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even it doesn't matter. Detroit they shouldn't even have had the opportunity to be there to have a chance to win that game.
Tomlin's record, I didn't know, they flashed it up. He's 130-0-1 when leading by 12 points or more in the fourth quarter. That's a pretty damn impressive record. From a betting perspective, the books cleaned house with that Steelers win because everybody was on the Lions heavy. A couple other games here. Houston was expected to blow the doors off the Raiders. Raiders covering, that didn't help the books, that's for sure. I'm sorry, it did. Public and Sharp were all in the Texans. Nobody thought the Raiders had a chance in hell. So that helped the books there for that game.
It's an automatic for me usually. a team getting 2 touchdowns in the NFL. I don't care how bad you are.
Because they typically slow the pace down, not like college where they just run the score.
Houston could be up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and then you start to play a soft prevent defense, and you allow a team to get back into it, or at least within 2 touchdowns, and that's all you need.
Another bad beat for the public bettors was that Broncos game, too. The public lost heavy there. Anything else you got NFL-wise?
A homer, but I'm telling you, man, right now, the Eagles' defense looks really good, and if that offense just comes up a little bit. Right, I saw last week, they were, to win the Super Bowl, they were plus 1,000.
Wow.
I will take that. Seriously, yeah. I think I just looked, it's down to 900, but, I'll lay $100 to win 1,000, $100 to win 900. I think, that shot isn't outrageous. No. It's all about teams that pick up momentum at this time of year. And if you've got a good defense, it could take you the distance. It's worth it.
The way things are shaking out with some of these teams, like you're not going to have to go through Kansas City. The Packers are banged up. The Bears, they're not getting to the Super Bowl, let's be honest. The Eagles still have a legit chance. That team is stacked. Both sides of the ball. They just got to get their shit together. I don't care. They won a division. I don't care if you sit everybody. If you can't improve your seed, sit everybody, and let's just focus on the playoffs. Just get in, right? It's pretty much wide open. It really
is.
NFC is weak. AFC is strong. Well, the NFC is not weak, but
it's just there's more parity in the AFC.
You got the Eagles, the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers are coming on of late. It's going to be interesting playoffs for sure. And at least we don't have to see fucking Mahomes and Kelsey and fucking Taylor Swift and that whole fucking debacle of a circus. I'm done with that mess. There's football playoffs. What a way to start. We talked briefly about that A&M Miami game. I don't know what happened to A&M at the end of the season. They picked the wrong time to shit the bed.
Yeah, they're better than what they showed.
Gotta love, we get another week of Michael Irvin on the sideline with his antics. Winding up that siren.
Yeah, so we got some good college football games ahead of us, boys and girls, and it's exciting times.
Looking back from a betting perspective, you had that late backdoor cover in the JMU game in Oregon, James Madison. Listen, JMU and Tulane had no business being there, none whatsoever. A lot of money came in on A&M, so Miami winning was good for the books there from that perspective.
Bowl games that are coming up unplayoff related, man, it's so hard to keep track of who's in, who's out, who opted out, who's transferring, who's in the portal. It's so hard, and these lines are just moving like crazy. You'll look one day and you'll have a team +3. You'll look the next day and a bunch of players opted out and they're minus. They're moving. It's that crazy.
You could do a whole show on transfer portal and where these kids are at, because it's just every day I see another kid hitting the portal or going to the draft. Right.
I don't want to plug another person's podcast, but if you guys are interested in finding out who opted out and who's playing in some of these bowl games, if you go on the Action Network, Stuckey has this section on there where it has every game and everybody who's in and who's out. You almost have to look at all that if you're betting any of these games, because you're expecting, I like North Texas. They're great. But then you go on and see their starting quarterback and 2 wide receivers aren't playing. That makes a big difference. So you gotta look into that stuff.
That's a good find, because it changes daily. The games
daily. I know, it's crazy.
I was actually just looking as we're talking about these games, looking at my card. Some of these games I got to remove because they'll be for next week actually. So
you fucking nitwit.
So
I only did up until Wednesday.
Yeah. Some of these are happening on Wednesday that are on my card for this week. One thing I did want to mention, though, the Louisville game that's going on. Did you see this? Jeff Brom is the latest candidate now for that Michigan head coaching job.
I like him. He's a tough-nosed guy. I don't know if he's a Michigan guy, though.
I feel like that Michigan job is a fucking serve pro job. It's just a fucking cleanup. You're just going to be a PR person, just clean up.
Yeah, I think if anything, right now, Michigan, they're on the downslope right now. I don't know if I'd want to. I mean, it's a prestigious job, but you're getting it at a bad time. If he was one of the coaches that was just throwing punches in this game a couple minutes ago, maybe he won't be getting that job.
Yeah, it's true. Did you see this real quick from last week? These 2 nitwits? Joe Tessitore is about the most annoying fucking announcer there is.
It's Palmer, right?
Jesse Palmer.
Jesse Palmer. I like him, though.
No, he's good. Testator, not so good, but they did this thing at the A&M game. This is a Guinness record for the most Santa hats in one location, like 66,002.
Oh my God.
Let's just run this shit across the board and get into some of these games. New Year's Eve is Miami, Ohio State. And then you got the New Year's Day. The other three are New Year's Day. You got high noon, 4 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock.
It's a good day of football right there.
These teams, Ohio State, Texas Tech, Indiana, and Georgia, who have been sitting, we talk about this all the time, no matter what sport it is. I hate teams that sit and they're sitting too long. Now, they're going to be sitting for 3 weeks because you had games last week, no games this week, and then you're leading up to the end of the third week now. I don't like that. I'm not saying these teams, Miami, Oregon, Bama, Ole Miss, are going to win, but there's some pretty hefty spreads.
I think what levels it out a little bit is even the teams that played, Oregon and Miami, they still have to wait another week too. So they're going to be waiting. It's not as long, but it's not like they're going right in and saying, we're hot, let's keep going. So that kind of levels it out a little bit. But
True.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not one of those who likes that wait either.
Yeah.
I saw that Indiana line is coming down a little bit.
It is. Yeah. So if you look at just from the line's perspective, the opening line for Miami, Ohio State opened at Ohio State lane 9 in the hook, and then the total at 42.5. The Oregon Texas Tech game opened at Oregon lane 1.5 and total at 52.5. And then you got Bama, Indiana that opened at Indiana lane 6.5. Total at 48.5, and then Ole Miss, Georgia lane 6.5, and total at 55.5. Yeah. So some of those are moving around quite a bit.
Indiana line it went right up to 7.5 quick.
Yeah,
and now it's come back down. You got people putting money back on Alabama, so now you're seeing 6.5 and 7, depending on where you're going.
I can give a little tease because I had to revise my card. I did get Bama at 7. I like that touchdown there. But
Surprised you're going there. I like that.
I like the Indiana team, and I hope the Indiana wins. But I was impressed with Bama and how they beat Oklahoma. Not that Oklahoma is a powerhouse; they're 0-5 in college football playoff games. But I like how they came back against Oklahoma.
Something to play for now, yeah. And it's easy to hop on the Indiana bandwagon, but the only thing about Alabama is they can't fucking run the ball, man, at all.
So
and if Indiana's smart, they're just gonna play them to pass and force them to run the ball. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, the other bowl games. I mean, it's hard to not even worth mentioning because of all the hoopla with transfer portals. I did pick out a couple games that I like, and I'll be playing, and I'll share that with you then. But do you have any interest in any of the other non-playoff bowl related games?
I'm obviously taking Clemson because I fucking hate Penn State, so I'll take Clemson there. I do like Vanderbilt there. The BYU Georgia Tech game, that's an interesting line. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. It's almost like going to be like day of. It's because, like you said, I think the best thing to do is follow Stuckey on Action Network. And there's so many moving pieces with these games and these kids hitting the portal, going to the draft. Other than these college football playoff games, you know who's pretty much in and out, right, at this point, because these teams are in the playoff and there's not too many kids that are jumping ship. These other games, it's almost like day of or day before.
Some of them are opting out like they did the night before.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's wild.
One of the things that matters to me is bowl season is program credibility. I know you're taking Vanderbilt here, and they're a good school too. And this probably isn't a good example because I wish I was like playing like a team like USC, because then I would say, listen, I am taking Iowa because you know what? No matter who plays out in that field, they're tough-nosed. They're going to play hard no matter what. You get a team like USC with some prima donnas, they're going to go out there and not really give a shit. But, I just don't know Vandy. I don't know what now, they had high hopes and they kind of got crushed. I don't know what team shows up for that game.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I might be on the wrong side of that.
Yeah, you just don't know. I did mention USC. Spoiler alert, betting against USC for strictly that reason. Like, I don't know what team gets put out in that field.
Well, their wide receiver just declared for the draft.
I think it's going to mean a little bit more for TCU So you got to look at the coach. What kind of coach is it? Is he going to be demanding that these guys go out and play hard, or is it, hey, let's go out there and have fun kind of coach? That makes a difference.
Yeah, it sure does. It's not so much these kids leaving for the draft. It's really the transfer portal. That's where it's almost like day before or day of that you might get a shitty line, but you really can't do anything right now. Unless like me, like I hate Penn State, so I'm just going to take Clemson regardless. Clemson could be starting their fucking practice squad and I'll still take Clemson.
There's a lot of middle opportunities too. If you bet early on a team and you see that the line moves 7 to 8 points, bet the other side, and there's a good chance you can middle that. I've done that quite a bit during bowl season too. And there's a lot of games that actually fit that category right now if you got on early.
A good point. Or some of these questionable games that we're talking about, it sets you up for live betting too. See how the game starts off and then start picking a side. You just got to be fast with your fingers on that because shit changes so bad.
Yeah, you do.
You need good internet and speedy fingers, and you might do all right with some live bets. Should we roll right to NFL? Mm-hmm. Run through the board with those games. NFL is winding down here. The fucking image is cut off because we're festive here, but we can figure it out. The Christmas games, we talked about that briefly. Here are your Christmas Day matchups. When the NFL season started, you looked at these 3 Christmas Day games. You're like, that's a pretty good slate. NBA, nobody's going to give a shit about the NBA on Christmas Day because the NBA usually owned Christmas Day. People thought the NBA started Christmas Day, right? Because it's just, that's typically how it was.
And this would have been good. In the beginning of the season, you're looking at this thinking, all right, we got some meaningful games. Not so much.
Dak Prescott, Josh Johnson, Goff, Brosmer, whoever, he sucks. Yeah. Bo Nix and Chris Olajuwon? Akeem Olajuwon's quarter? Who the fuck is this? What the fuck,
I know.
Dude?
What
are we doing?
I'll be on fucking Olajuwon and fucking Brosmer. Give me them.
So that's the Christmas Day. Go back to the full slate here. So there it is. The Cowboys, Redskins, 1:00 Christmas Day. Lions, Vikings, Broncos, Chiefs. I don't know what you do with it. Whatever. That's Christmas.
Got a good game Saturday night.
Saturday night slate is actually pretty good. The Texans, Chargers, that to me is the better of the two, just because the Texans defense and the Chargers have been rolling as of late. And then you got the Ravens, which are still alive. And the Packers banged up in Green Bay. Even though Harbaugh looked clueless and what the fuck was he doing not running Derrick Henry blows my mind. That team, I don't know what's going on there. But
I would expect good things from them this week. Sunday, you got Arizona, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Tennessee, and the Saints, Jacksonville, Colts. That could be, could be okay. That would be, since Jacksonville looks so good, that may be a good time to hop on the Colts band.
It could be, yeah. It doesn't really matter if Rivers or Leonard goes. Yeah. It could be a letdown for Jags backers on that game.
A late ad for me comes Sunday. It's, especially if you right now it's 6.5. If I get that to 7, I'll be on it. I'm buying in. Tampa Bay, Miami. That's a 1:00 game. Trash game. New England against the Jets. God, it just keeps getting worse. And then the 4:00 slate. Only 2 games at the 4:00 hour. You got Giants and the
Raiders.
And then you have Sunday Eagles against the Buffalo Bills. And who knows what's happening there.
I don't like the Bills. I don't have a good feeling. Especially the way the AFC with the Chiefs being out. Bengals are out. So you got Mahomes on the sideline, Burrow on the sideline for the playoff. These teams are done. Buffalo should be, and they are a favorite to get to the Super Bowl. But if they don't, I think you just blow that team up because where else are you going to get this wide open, run away with it to get to the Super Bowl? I feel the Eagles could go in there and steal one in Buffalo.
I mean, they're just talk about respect. They're giving the Eagles so much respect. Buffalo's only a point and a half favorite at home. That's giving the Eagles a lot of respect. Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't know what the weather is in Buffalo this weekend, but the under might be a play too. Because you don't know if the Eagles offense is going to get out of first gear or not. And then the Bills they're so up and down.
That could be a good one.
The Seahawks-Panthers game could be interesting. Panthers getting 7 at home.
Yeah.
I like Seattle on the road. They're a good road team.
I like that Panthers team, though. I said it throughout the season.
Yeah.
I like them.
So that's NFL slate. Do with it what you please. Got many options. If you got anything more on this slate, we'll just get right into the this week, this person didn't go to jail, but, this guy's always been a fucking dipshit. All right, so here you go. DK Metcalf, Clown of the Week.
From that angle, you're right. It doesn't look as bad, but
Yeah.
for touching you're still a fucking clown.
The person had blue hair. They probably fucking deserved it anyway.
So the first angle I saw was from the other side, and it looked like the second time he went up and really tried to punch him. That doesn't look as egregious there. But you're
No.
an idiot.
No, he just grabbed his shirt. I mean,
You're getting fined, and you're going to be all over the media for stupid shit like this.
this is where the players need to. He should just call security. Maybe we'll find out what the fans said to him.
The fan probably was that bad. He probably just said something he doesn't like. Get some fucking tough skin. You're in the NFL. I get it.
Right.
Every other player deals with it too.
Right. We don't need another Malice at the Palace with the fans getting involved, although that was entertaining. Just call security over and get the fan kicked out. Allegedly, this fan was heckling him when he was in Seattle as well, so there's history, supposedly. There's going to be more shit coming out. But DK Metcalf is the Clown of the Week.
Thanks for helping us out, buddy. You gave us some content.
That was a no-brainer. I think we both texted each other. That's definitely the winner. So he got a seat on the bus, filling up. We might need another one fairly soon. Going from clowns to canines, Mike. Our best segment that we have on this program, Bark Bets. Every week, we partner with Freedom First Rescue to showcase a pup up for adoption. And this week is Axel. We will get to him. Axel is the MV pup this week from Freedom First Rescue. But first, before we get to the star of the segment, and Axel, Mikey, who's your Bark Bet there this week?
I'm rolling with the Ravens this week, plus 2.5 to go into Lambeau and get shit done.
Good play. I like it. I am on the Panthers. We just talked about that. Panthers getting 7 at home. That's a lot. Seattle's a good road team. Came off a big win against the Rams, but Panthers, that team's playing well. Take 7 with the Panthers there. Those are the Bark Bets. The Ravens plus 2.5. Panthers getting 7 as a home dog. And dogs are barking. And we'll talk about Axel from Freedom First Rescue as he's the MV pup this week on Bark Bets. Axel is an 8-month-old hound mix who's an absolute lock. Bound as a stray or playing like a first-round pick, this guy has already cashed in on the important stuff. People, pups, and positive vibes. He's friendly, social, and always wagging his tail, just like he hit a holiday parlay. Axel loves everyone he meets and gets along great with other dogs. He's potty trained and crate trained, so you're not rolling the dice there. Like any young pup, Axel brings high energy, playful chaos, and just enough mischief to keep things interesting. Think Christmas morning, but with paws. He's still sharpening his manners, so he'll thrive in a home ready to keep his training streak alive, provide structure, and enjoy the ride. With a little patience, consistency, and plenty of love, Axel is the kind of bet you make once and celebrate for years. If you're looking for a loyal companion to bring some holiday cheer and everyday wins into your life, this one's worth going all in. If you want to put all your chips in on Axel or any of the other pups they have up for adoption, check out freedomfirstrescue.com. You can fill out an application online to adopt. All the dogs are listed there. They have events listed there. Also, check out their Facebook page, facebook.com/freedomfirstrescue. Check them out, freedomfirstrescue.com. Remember, adopt, don't shop. So those are the Bark Bets this week. Ravens plus 2.5. Panthers getting 7 at home as a home dog. A little Christmas fun here. Naughty or nice Christmas cookies. Before we get into cash it or trash it on our weekly card, we'll have a little fun for the holiday season. So I'll explain this because I'm throwing you a curveball because I didn't tell you I was doing this. So you can play along. So how this is going to work here, kind of twofold on how we're going to do this, rapid fire, so to speak. So the first part of it is we're just going to go through the 10 cookies here real quick, and we're just going to give a verdict. Is it naughty or is it nice? So obviously nice, you're going to want to eat it, put it on the plate, serve it. Naughty, right in the trash, right? Fairly simple. The second, the twofold part is because we're a betting program. Are we going to follow, push, or fade? So we'll keep that up. First on the list here, sugar cookies, those rollout cookies. What's your take on that?
Yeah, like 8-piece cookies. Yeah, those definitely are on my nice list. And follow for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nice and follow for sure with the sugar cookies. Gingerbread cookies. Say naughty. Nasty. They are nasty. Yeah, I would say It's nice. However, it's a push because it is situational depending upon who made it, because I've had different variations, and it definitely could depend on who's the baker. I think this is, it is a probably no-brainer, right?
Listen, I'm not a big cookie guy, but chocolate chip on my nice list. Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nice and follow on the chocolate chip. Snickerdoodles. What do you think about those?
Those are also, I'll put that on my nice list. Those will be a push, though. I'd go either way.
All right. Now, they call these the peanut butter blossoms.
So I'm not really sure what a peanut butter blossom is, but I will tell you this. It has the word peanut butter in it. I'm sold. It's on my nice list, and I will follow.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Butter, chocolate peanut butter, or just one or the, I'm in. Oatmeal raisin.
Nice list, and this is my game of the year. I love the oatmeal raisin cookie. That's my favorite cookie. Game of the year.
I am straight naughty, right in the fucking trash, and I just
man, there's
I could eat it, but I just prefer not to. So right in the trash. Shortbread cookies. I'm also naughty. Fade that shit right in the trash.
I agree. Naughty, fade.
Now these thumbprint cookies are the ones where like you got like the Hershey Kisses,
like candy in the middle. Yeah. I'll do that. That's nice. I'll follow that.
Yeah, I say nice and follow as well. And then we got those. So the Spritz cookie, I believe. So Spritz cookies are kind of like the shortbread. They're like the buttery cookies with like the sprinkles on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're trash. They have a shitty taste. Like you see those at the grocery store in kind of container. Trash.
Snowball cookies.
There's like the little like puffy, like the little like
You put coconut on that too.
Yeah.
Fuck them things too. Those are naughty.
I think they're fucking naughty and fade on those. Straight trash.
He's crazy, but he's nasty.
Nasty. Don't be nasty.
All right, Mike. So those are rankings for Christmas cookies. Nobody gives a shit about those. They just want winners and they want our picks. So here's our full-on degenerate slate for this week of picks. I had to make a quick revision on the fly because I'm an idiot and was looking at shit for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We'll get to that next week. So here we go. Cash or trash it this week. Rapid fire. Mike, who do you like this week?
You go first.
Oh, all right. So I'll go first here. These picks will take us through, some of these will go up through New Year's Eve, which is next Wednesday, the 31st. So the Texas-Michigan game, I'm on Texas there. Lane 4 in the hook against Michigan. I believe that's now up to 7 after the Michigan debacle. I think that team's a fucking disaster. Don't think they can beat Texas.
Yeah, you said that Texas, that line, Michigan, Texas, I think. Would you say you thought it was up to?
7.5, I think. Yeah, I got it when it was 4.5. Right after Sharon Moore was incarcerated, I jumped on Texas. Hook 'em horns, give me Texas, lane 4 in the hook there. Vanderbilt, like them, lane 6. Clemson, because I hate Penn State. Give me Clemson there. And Dabo bringing it home. I am also on your Ravens bark bet, getting 2.5 there in Green Bay. Your closing line value is a little different than mine by the hook there. I got the Browns getting 3.5. You got them at 4. I think the Browns, if I'm not wrong, have won the last 4 against the Steelers in Cleveland. So give me the Browns there and Shadur Sanders. My bark bet, Panthers getting 7 at home as a home dog. I like that. Taking the Bears in San Fran. I'm on the Bears train. Getting 3, San Fran. So that's my card.
I got that Browns earlier in the week. A couple of these games I did too. No, that's a good card. I like your card. Go down mine, NFL, quickly. Give me the Chiefs getting a 13. These unknown quarterbacks. It's going to be a crap shoot here. Give me the
Raiders
plus 1.5. Give me the Vikings plus 6.5. Like I said, I'm going to take the Ravens as my bark bet, and then I'm on that Browns bandwagon too. I got them at plus 4. I already got that in. I'm ready to roll. College football, give me New Mexico plus 2.5. San Diego State plus 3.5. San Diego State's at playing North Texas. New Mexico is playing Minnesota. Give me TCU plus a 6.5 against USC, who I think comes disinterested. Michigan, I'm going to take Michigan against Texas, getting 7.5.
It's a good number, though. I mean, 7. That's a good number, 7.5.
And give me the Utes against Nebraska team that I just think all year has just been crap. And Utah usually comes to play in these games, so.
Yeah. Is Kyle Whittingham coaching? I know he's done. Is he coaching that game?
I assumed he was. He seems like the guy who would ask to stick around to coach that game.
So I thought, too. Because I haven't heard otherwise.
Swayed me one way or another, I'd still go with him anyway.
Yeah, because Matt Rule and that Nebraska team has come up short in big games. They look promising to start the season, and then they just faded.
Rule is the kind of guy who would, get his team ready to play these games, but I just don't think he has the guys to do it. That's all.
The card for this week, I like both sides. Mine is a slightly shorter than what it was before we started this program, but I had to edit that on the fly because I'm an idiot. Before we get out of here, another fun festive holiday exercise, Mikey. This is a little bit more involved, but we can get through this relatively quick. So we're going to do the top 10 worst Christmas songs. So how this is going to work is we're going to each score, I'll name the song and we'll score it from 1 to 5. 1 being, it's not that bad, you can tolerate it, to 5, which is absolutely fucking brutal, instant skip, whatever you want to call it. So, and then anywhere in between.
5's horrible.
Right. So we're going to add that up, right, as we go through the songs. And then the highest total would be our ranking of the worst Christmas song. So we'll vote that the worst Christmas song. Now, however, this is where it gets interesting. If we have a tie, say 2 songs are tied at 8 out of 10, right? We would lose all the 5 people that watch this if we fucking sing off. So the tiebreaker is if you were stuck in a store for 20 minutes, which song would you rather not hear? Stuck in a store, trapped in a car, whatever you want to do. Trapped in a fucking plane, however you want to call it. All right, so Santa Baby.
Yeah, I'll go with the 3.
3? All right, I'm going to say a 4. So that's a 7 out of 10. Feliz Navidad.
Listen, I don't want to... I'm going to go... I'm going to go...
All right. Yeah, I'll say a 4. So that's an 8 out of 10. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Absolutely brutal fucking song. Yeah, 5 agree. That's a fucking 10. Fucking Mariah Carey for the 900th fucking time. All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's a 5 for me.
I don't mind that as much. I'll go 3.
3. All right. So that's an 8 out of 10. Wham! Last Christmas.
Give me that fucking shit. I'll take that as a 2.
All right.
I'll fucking take George Michael. He could. I don't care if he likes sucking on the schlong. All right, you could cut that out. Maybe I don't fucking know. I had no problem with it. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you want to bite a pillow? Go for it. I'm all whatever floats your boat, man.
And this is why we will not have any fucking sponsors on this program. So we'll take it. I will also go with the pillow biter with a 2 out of 5. So we'll say that's a collectively a 4 out of 10, right? The 12 Days of Christmas.
Like on the first.
Yeah, that fucking 20-minute song to get through 12 days.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I would say a 5 on that. So that's a 9 out of 10. That's a 9er. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give that a 1 because I fucking love that song. It's hokey.
I was going to say that's a 5 for me for sure.
Oh, shit. All right. That's a 6 out of 10. This fucking Band-Aid, We Are the World knockoff. Do They Know It's Christmas? Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that one either. I'm going to go 4 for that one, too.
All right. So I got a 5. So that's a 9. This is probably my pick for the absolute worst fucking Christmas song. Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. And I'm going to say this right here. The Beatles are so fucking overrated. I hate the fucking Beatles. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, all of them. They suck. Beatles overrated. Give me Elvis all day long. All day long. Your fucking Yellow Submarine, the Cuckoo, yeah, get the fuck out.
Too. But I like...
But yeah, Wonderful Christmas Time, that's a 5 for me. Fucking hate it. Simply having.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I do not like that song when I hear it on the radio. So put me down for a 4 for that.
And we just lost every viewer after I had to sing that fucking thing. Yeah, well, it's Paul McCartney. Same shit.
Yeah.
And then the last one here on the list, Dominic the Donkey.
I could probably deal with that a little bit. 3.
Yeah, I could probably. That's probably a 3 for me too. I think that's a 6 out of 10. So we got. Let me just look at this. Add this up here. So the winner of. Do we have a tie? No, we did not get a tie. A couple ties for 9s, a couple ties for 8. But the winner of the off the hook worst Christmas song is "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas." That's fucking terrible.
That should be.
That should
be up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually was good. I'm looking at some Christmas songs. Wham, that's a good song. You got to put
The
that shit on the podcast.
Funny thing is, I'm looking at our rankings here, and you did not see this list because I threw you another curveball with this little game. The Last Christmas, Wham, is our favorite. It's a 4 out of 10. That would be our, I guess, most favorite collectively, based on this scoring system that I came up with.
The song is "Old Holy Night." That would be my best Christmas song.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's a class. I mean, that's right. That's my favorite song, not counting the classics. Rob Thomas, "New York City Christmas," hands down, best Christmas song.
I like Rob Thomas, so I'm sure I like the song.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Jim Trocchio. We could probably get Rob to sing it and send it to us.
Can we get Rob Thomas on this podcast?
There's actually a possibility.
No, I'm serious. I'm being serious.
That probably could happen.
Because he is coming to Wind Creek in a couple weeks. If we could get, I don't know, we could talk whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. I would pay to get Rob Thomas on here. We should probably try to make that happen. Give Jimmy a call and see if we can make that happen.
What if we get him just to sing on video a little clip for our intro to our show or something like that?
You know what? He does, when he does these shows, these early January shows, it's the Sidewalk Angels Foundation that his wife has. So I would make a charitable donation if we could get Rob Thomas on this show. This is a good possibility this could happen. You're buddies with Jim. So, won't be a lot of money because we're broke as a joke here. But we could collectively take some of our earnings from these bowl games and donate it to the Sidewalk Angels Foundation to get Rob Thomas on here. Yeah, let's see if we make this up.
To cut this clip right here, and I will send this to Jimmy. He could send it to Rob. And Rob, if you could make that happen for us, we would be forever grateful.
Yeah, for sure.
Show you the Christmas spirit here, and we will get behind you in your endeavors to any charity that you have. What charity do you have, Tom?
Sidewalk Angels Foundation.
Let's see what we can make happen.
Just don't expect a lot of money, Rob, because we're too broke to generate. But we will give our winnings to your charitable foundation for like a 5-minute cameo.
Yeah. So, not even a 5-minute cameo.
30 seconds of Rob Thomas saying hi. Check out Off the Hook Sports Pod. We could use that promo.
Sing a little jingle there, and we'll put it at the beginning of the show. That's all.
We will play the shit out of that promo.
Yeah.
Mikey, that is it. Merry Christmas,
brother.
Tell the few people that are left what they need to do here.
Yeah, tell a friend, tell an enemy, subscribe, unsubscribe, leave us a 5-star review. Have we gotten a review yet? No. I'm going to leave us.
We get Rob Thomas, we'll get a lot of reviews, that's for sure.
We'll get a little bit more traction there. Yeah. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, subscribe, unsubscribe, and we'll see you back here next week, right before New Year's.
Yeah, a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Maybe get Rob Thomas to sing New Year's Eve. You never know. You gotta stick around for that. All right, buddy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for sticking around for this. And good luck. God bless.
'Tis the season.
Merry Christmas.
Let's crowd around the big tree. All you strangers, you know me. Bring your compassion. Bring your forgiveness. Lord, how we need it on this New York City Christmas.